Y'all are still on this soup bullshit, huh? Y'all still on this soup bullshit. I'm still, first thing I see is someone talking about how I'm not a soup guy. Y'all still on this soup bullshit. Whew. Hi. What's up, Crystal Noonan? How do you feel about bagels? Ooh, I'm a big bagel guy. Yeah, I got some cinnamon raisin bagels in the refrigerator right now. Does anyone take issue with that? Like, are we all cool with that? Like, do we respect my opinion on that, or is somebody gonna nitpick that too? You got a problem? Bagels, they're awesome. How do you like streaming on both Twitch and YouTube? You know, once you settle into it and you got it, like, well moderated on both sides, it's not bad, yeah. I just think that it adds more stress to it. Something that I don't really want to be that stressful, obviously. You lost me at raisins. Why ruin it with raisins? Raisins are awesome. Hating raisins is like hating country music. I feel like people only do it because everyone else does, you know? But in reality, Should Have Been a Cowboy by Toby Keith comes on and like, and you're not like kind of bump into that? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That's my thing about raisins. Isn't Toby Keith I must read it like he was Australian. Isn't he like Australian? No, he's dead. But before that, he was American. He wrote the song called Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue in response to the 9/11 terrorist attack. He's about as American as it gets. Who's the one that's an Australian country singer? I believe you are talking about Keith Urban. Who you would not guess is Australian by listening to his music. He sounds as country as anyone else. Honestly, not really. Kind of like pop country, but you wouldn't guess it anyway. That's Keith. Well, that is another Keith, so I guess that does kind of make sense. That you'd be confused by that. We are so back. Thank you, bee lovers, for the 2 months. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. That's on Twitch. Thank you. Not been able to join for ages because I've been moving out and I have no bloody Wi-Fi. That's all I have is bloody Wi-Fi. And it stinks. I got no Ethernet. I assume you probably don't either, though. Bro, what is that villager doing in the back? That's Rolf, man, and he's frolicking in the rain. I think that we could all use a little bit of a frolicking every once in a while. I don't know why you're getting on his case about it. Wait, you never frolicked before? He's filled with joy and whimsy. Yeah. And you're on your computer typing things on your keyboard. I don't know, man. Who's winning life here? Anyway, hi. How's everyone doing today? We collectively are Dagnel. That's right. Today you get to be Dagnel too. I'm also still Dagnel, but today you get to be as well. But only today. And we are at Day 7 of collecting everything in the museum in Animal Crossing City Folk. Progress is moving along still. We are at...
Yo.
Yo.
The Dagman is live, we are so bad.
I don't know why it repeats them, but whatever. We're at 121 of 209 things completed. No, I'm Spartacus. Dude, Dagnel is cool, so much cooler than Spartacus, don't you think? Why would you want to be him? Anyway, we're at 121 of 209. And we're on day 7. If you want to keep track of what things we've caught so far, if you're in Twitch chat, you can check the pinned comment or do !CF route. That will summon the spreadsheet. If you're in the YouTube stream, you can check the description of the stream, and you can get the link for the spreadsheet. And once you open it up, you will see this. Well, more likely you'll see this if you haven't opened it before, which gives you a breakdown of the 121 things that we've caught so far. 27 bugs of 64, 43 of 64 fish, 48 of 58 fossils, and 3 of 23 pieces of art, for 121 total things donated. We are currently working on June of 2022. We last left off trying to get the hammerhead shark. We also need to get the oak silk moth, but that's fine, because it's raining today, which means we're not going to see the oak silk moth right now anyway. And that's okay. So, I think that we'll just keep doing what we left off doing last time, which is scouring the oceans for any bit of hammerhead shark that we can find. I don't know if it raining will help me, but I don't know. We'll see. Hi. Oh yeah, I gotta get the timer up here. Where did we last leave off on the timer? 22 hours, 35 minutes, and 28 seconds. Alright, so we will start that. Get that going. We're on day 7, and we are looking for a hammerhead shark. Nice. How's everyone doing today? I had a couple days away from streaming, so I gotta remind myself what we're doing. And that we're good. Good. What are you most excited to catch today? Boy, howdy! I don't know. That implies that I know what we will catch today. And I don't really know. It's a mystery. I'd like to get the hammerhead shark. I'd like for it to not take too long. Our feng shui's coming along, man. Like, you look at this house and you feel like a good sense of peace and luck, right? Like, you look at that and you're like at peace, right? And you're not like, what the hell is this guy doing? City Folk has the best tunes. Yeah, it does. You guys hear it? It's a little quiet for me. Don't tell me no, that damn snail. I don't want to look at that snail. Yeah, we're not going to get an oak silk moth right now because it's raining. But that's okay. Because we weren't having much luck with the oak silk moth anyway because of the fact that the stupid fireflies were taking up all the spawning spaces. So we weren't able to get it. I don't know. We weren't seeing it yesterday anyway. Not yesterday, but last time I streamed. We weren't seeing it then anyway, so it's really no different today. Streamer does not control the ads. Yeah, that's right. So if you're getting an ad right now, I'm sorry. Well, if you're getting an ad right now, you can't even hear me. Honestly, if you're getting an ad right now, go... Never mind. No, I'm not going to be mean. I'm the nice streamer. I miss the oak silk moth. Yeah, they kind of replaced it. They kind of, like, sneak replaced it with the, Atlas moth, which, I don't know. The Atlas moth is also pretty cool. Oh! It does spawn in rain. Well, I'll be darned. I had just assumed that it didn't, because that seems reasonable. Most bugs don't spawn in rain. Oh, man, I don't even got the room for this thing. Oh, man. Okay. Man, I didn't even, like, run my things over to donate before I ended stream? Alright, cool. Whatever, dude. Just leave all your problems for future Dagnel, I guess. Alright, cool. The oak silk moth spawns in rain. You learn something new every day. 122. Let's check that off on the sheet. So now, for real, all we need is the hammerhead shark. Dagnel, finish that sentence about people with the ads. People who are getting ads right now are very nice people, and you should probably give me $100. I don't know, just to, like, you know, there's a lot of, like, overhead in streaming. And by, like, overhead, I mean, like, there's a roof over my head, and I need to pay rent for it. So give me, like, I don't know. Yeah, $100 will probably cover it. Like, $100 from everyone who is getting an ad in that moment should probably cover it. So, yeah. Alright, so we got that, we got that. I don't think have I donated the shark? I don't know. I'm gonna try just to make sure, just in case I haven't. I really wish I would have donated at the end of last stream, because I was more fresh on what things I have and haven't donated in my pockets. I'm gonna guess I haven't donated the shark because I have 2 of them. And remember, I only saw 2 sharks total. Yeah, okay. So, it's a 50-50 chance when you see a shark in the water that it's either this shark or the hammerhead shark. And we saw 2, and we got 2 of these sharks, which kind of stinks, but whatever. It's not, like, insanely unlucky, I suppose. Have we donated a gar? I want to say we have. Yeah, okay. So everything else I think can be sold, except we can't sell because the store's closed, and that's why my pockets are so damn full in the first place. That makes sense. Handing over a shark to an owl is so metal. It's metal because, like, we're all, like, chill about it. We're all, like, mad nonchalant about the fact that, first of all, I'm muscular enough to pick up and hand over a shark. And we're, like, both mad nonchalant about it. Like, oh, nice, dude. It's like I caught, like, a little, like, perch from the river. He's treating it like, oh, dude, nice catch, man. Nice. That's a good one right there. Meanwhile, it's, a fucking shark. That's pretty cool, though. What's your favorite road trip snack? Ooh, see, that's a good question. Because there are snacks that I like better than these, but I only ever have these, it seems like, on road trips. And so that makes them my favorite road trip snack. And that's got to be pizza combos. I don't know why. Because I don't know. Like, I don't get pizza combos unless I'm, like, stopping at a gas station on, like, a long road trip. That's the only time I think I ever eat combos in general. Pizza combos, man. That's such a road trip snack. It's the only time I would ever eat combos. Because I'm not really a huge combos guy. I'm really not. But, like, on a road trip, man, I don't know. They get boosted taste when I'm on a road trip, if I could put it in, like, the most online way possible. They get plus 15 to taste on a road trip, and then I get shot in the head. Somebody shoots me in the head after saying that. I don't know. Combos? I'm Canadian? Is it, like, Lunchable stuff? No, they're like a pretzel, and then inside the pretzel is, like, what I can only assume is the most, like, poisonous substance known to humankind, but it tastes like pizza. Like, they mash so much, like, artificial shit in there that it's probably more toxic than, like, Chernobyl for every bite of a combo that you have. But I'll be darned if they don't make it taste exactly like a fucking pepperoni pizza when they do it, man. Who just said, what are pizza combos? Probably somebody who doesn't have pizza combos in their country. We're not all American. I am, but we're not all. I'm usually the one who just blindly assumes everyone's an American. I'm the streamer. I'm supposed to do that. Oh, like pizza dough balls. No, pizza balls. No, you're getting me fucked up now. You're getting me fucked up now, because you see how, like, red I'm turning now, and I'm not even, like, yelling? That means that you've pissed me off, but, like, not in, like, a loud... That means that... No, they're not, like, pizza balls. Alright? They're not. I live in the US, and I have never heard of these snacks. You've never heard of pizza combos? Or just combos in general? Like, okay, have you heard of... Because they're not called pizza combos, they're combos pizza flavored. But like, just like I say nacho cheese Doritos, they're not called nacho cheese Doritos, they're Doritos, nacho cheese flavor. That's a lot of snails. Yeah, there's a little snail city here. Boing, 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 get them out of here. Get these snails out of here. Come on, y'all. Like, if you're in America and you ain't heard of combos or pizza combos, then now I'm raising an eyebrow. Same here, California. What? What are you doing over in La La Land that you don't got no pizza combos? What? Oh, is only, like, the gritty East Coast United Statesers know what pizza combos are? No. Surely not. We have them in Michigan. Yeah, I'm a Midwesterner and I have no idea. Nah, man, they're in Louisiana. Louisiana. That's crazy. We have them in Oregon. Man, I had these people from Oregon. And I have to, like, you notice how it sounds like I'm puking whenever I say Oregon? That's because for the longest time, I always said Oregon. And everyone would fucking snatch my shit whenever I said Oregon. Because it's Oregon. Oregon. They're up there snatching my shit every time I say their state the way it's fucking pronounced. So now I gotta make this conscious effort to say Oregon every time. And I have to, like, strain my neck. You can see, like, my neck pulsating whenever I say it. Snatch my wig, snatch my ass. Yes, snatch all my shit, man. My shit got snatched. Organ. Yeah, like, I'm playing the fucking organ at a church. No. Oregano. Yeah, oregano. Oregano. What the hell? Yeah. What I walk in on? The most milquetoast conversation of all time, I'll be honest with you. Like, honestly, we are 21 minutes into the stream. I don't know. 21-minute Dagnel is, like, very, very muted and tame. Man, like, I don't know. You ain't ready for, like, 3-hour, heaven forbid, 4-hour Dagnel. You guys also say herb, like the H was never even there. Phineas and Herb. What are you talking about? Hey, Dag, love the Crocs video. Oh, dude, I'm glad you liked it, yeah. Yeah, I got my Crocs. Any luck on the Dorado? Yes. Hammerhead Shark time. I hate when people say herbs. Herbs. Oh, you hate when people use silent letters? You must hate the English language, dude. Like, people get on an American shit because we say herbs instead of herbs. And it's like, is the concept of a silent letter, like, so unheard of? You could probably pick out silent letters in every sentence that I say. I don't know where in that sentence that I said one, but I'm sure it was there. Like, what? Is silent letter? Ooh, that's scary, dude. I know, it is scary if English isn't your first language, but you pick it up pretty quickly, man. Herb D's nuts. Man, you gotta... No, you got more there. You just need to, like... you need to maximize that joke there. You have more there. Like, you laid a good foundation, but, like, allow a professional to do some more with that. Herbie fully loaded nuts, like, ready to bust. Like, these nuts are ready to bust. See, that's... I don't know. I, like... You'll get there one day, though. Then why do you say the name Herb when the H is pronounced? Dude, I don't say the name Herb when the H, where I pronounce the H, because I don't say the name Herb. I don't think I've ever, in my 29.27 years alive on this earth, have I ever encountered somebody, and this is like, dude, I'm talking like real person, online person. I'll be honest with you, dude, I don't think I've ever acknowledged that such a name exists. I really don't. So you're out here pointing fingers at me like, oh, well, but when you say the name Herb, stop right there, young man. Nephew, I've never said the name Herb before, alright? Never once. Phineas and Herb. Yeah. Because that's the joke. Phineas and Herb. Because the original show is Phineas and Ferb. I say the F, so why not say the H? Hello, Dag. How are you today? Yeah, I'm alright. Y'all remember back in February of... It was February of 2007. Phineas and Ferb was a very popular show on Disney's Disney Channel. They ran a marathon where all month long, the month of February 2007, was Phineas and Ferbuary. A little play on words that it was February, and also sort of portmanteauing that with the name of the show. That was quite clever on account of the Disney marketing team who came up with that one. That's why they get paid the big bucks. Anyway, y'all remember Phineas and February? How do you pronounce syrup? Syrup. Yanny. 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 This is a coelacanth, and I don't need a coelacanth, but I'm just here to test my agility, my ability. This is just a test here. This is just okay. I was just making sure I'm up for the test once I actually encounter a hammerhead shark. But now I know what to do. Like now that I've messed it up, like I know how to improve. So we're good. It's a heat test. Right, and I'm cold, dude. But now I know. Like, you gotta miss some threes to know what you did wrong, right? Yeah. No, I was learning to walk, Grandpa. Dude, if you were learning to walk in February of 2007... Your nephew. You hate to hear it, but your nephew. I'm not Unc, your nephew, man. You could be a full-ass adult now, though. Like, yeah, you could be, what? What would you be? 19? How old would you be? Okay, so you were walking in 2000... You were learning to walk in 2007. I'm going to be generous and say that you were probably, like, 1 when you learned to walk. I don't know. But... So, let's say you were probably born in, like, February of 2006. Which means you're, yeah, like, 19, right? You are an adult on, like, a legal definition. From, like, a legal standpoint, you could go out and, what? What can you do at 19 that you can't do at 18? In America, not much. 21's, like, the big threshold. You can, basically, what I'm saying is you're an adult in the legal sense. But as far as, like, the brain and the developmental sense, you got a little ways to go still. You got a little ways to go still, alright? So you could be a full-ass adult, but, like, only in the literal sense. In the sense that you're not even 20 yet, and I'm, like, almost 30, you're... teeny. 25 is a brained adult. See, that's what they say, but, like, I'm sure it's different for everyone, you know? Oh, is this testing my nuts again here, too? No, that's just a sea bass. In 19, you can get an adult bank account. That's it for 19. Bro, you can fucking crack open a cold one before you can open up a bank account? You can't open up a bank account until you're 19? Wait, is that true in America too? No, surely not. I think it was 18, right? Tell me something. Why is the adult age for Nebraska 19 and not 18? I don't know. Bro, I literally found out this fact 5 seconds ago when I read your comment. Tell me why? I have no idea. I didn't even know it was true. For all I know, it could be a lie and you're spreading misinformation on the internet. Not that you would do that, or any of you would do that, right? But, like, how you want me to explain it when I didn't even know that that was true? It would be like, you there, explain it. I don't know. I just done damn found out. Oh! Feeling lucrative today. If you're under 18, you have to have a joint account with your parents. Damn, so you can have a joint with your parents before you can have a joint bank account with your parents. Or before you can't have a joint bank account with your parents. That kind of goes crazy, right? If I didn't... Yeah, that kind of goes crazy. I mean, that's okay. That's where I'm from. Then you explain to me! What are you saying now? Explain why! You're the one you're the one from the state. You tell me! What time is it in game? This tune is fire. This is 11 p.m. Golly! What if they had hourly tunes for each season? That'd be kind of nice, right? Like 11 p.m. winter, 11 p.m. summer, 11 p.m. See, that would be kind of nice, right? Because like 11 p.m. vibes are different in summer versus winter. You know? That would be kind of cool. I know that they have different instruments depending on... Well, it's not even different instruments. But, like, well, yeah, it kind of is. Depending on whether it's raining or snowing. Or in the case of, I think, GameCube and maybe other games. With the cherry blossom. That would be cool. That'd be nice. If they at least used the same hourly theme but different instruments depending on the season. That'd be cool. In New Leaf, the snow music sounds a tiny bit different than the regular music. Yeah, that's the case for every game. Except I think in GameCube, Rain had its own specific hourly theme. Which was kind of weird. Not that it was bad, but like, it was different. It's the only game that did that. Now that we know Nintendo's listening to you, maybe they'll take that idea. Maybe. Yeah, but I don't really think that they're, like, actually listening to me, though. Did you guys see... Now, actually, now that you mention it, maybe they are listening to me. Because I genuinely had, like, the thought come to me that was like, holy shit, wait, they can hear me. They're, like, hearing what I'm saying. Because, let me tell you guys something. So the Mario Kart video that I uploaded, it was the last, like, not stream/short that was on my channel. Alright, the Mario Kart video. 100%ing Mario Kart World. So, I had a lot of critique for the game in that video on account of the fact that I had to play it for 80 hours. And, yeah, so I had a lot of things to say, specifically with free roam and tracking the P-switches and the question mark panels and the Peach medallions. I had a lot of thoughts about, like, how disorganized the tracking, or the lack thereof tracking, that there was. And, well, by golly, within these past few days, they released an update that made it so that there is an in-game tracker for all the free roam collectibles. Now, I don't think that they were... But that's something that I harped on several times in that video that they needed to implement. Not only that, they made it so that you can, like, quickly teleport to all the different ones on the free roam map. It shows you on the map which ones you've done. And I'm like, wow, how intuitive. Now, I don't think that they were actually listening to me. I think that that was probably something that they were working on well before, I don't know. Well before I said anything, that's for sure. But... because it is just kind of common sense. But, man, if that update didn't come out, like, just 1 month too late, after I had already finished that video, that could have... I'm not kidding when I say that that could have knocked several hours off of that video. If that was in the game when I was doing it. That could have knocked several hours off of that video. Instead of having to manually track them all on, like, a third-party website. The ability for me to just do that all in-game. I was a bit mad. I was a bit mad. Does that mean you'll do it again? No, absolutely not. I'm not doing it again because, you know, just because it would have saved me time in my original attempt, it doesn't mean that I want to do it again, because then I'm just going to be wasting more time on it. But, so no. But I can be a little bit peeved about it, that's for sure. It made the video more enjoyable. It made the video way more disorganized and hard to edit. And partially contributed to the fact that I kind of got, like, editing burnout halfway through it. Here we go. Alright. I don't know. Alright, hang on. I gotta focus. He did the thing where he ignored me. That's fine. It gave me a chance to catch my breath. Alright? For real this time. We need a hammerhead. 50-50 shot. Let's do it. $50-50. Damn it. Man. These things take like an hour to find. So it's like reasonable to think that every time you don't get the coin flip that goes your way, it's like another hour that you're gonna have to spend trying to find another one. At least at the rates that I'm finding. Maybe I'm getting really unlucky, but I'm really only finding one of these like every hour. So, add another hour to the final time. Every one of these that ends up being a regular shark. Kind of, I mean, what's 3 50-50s? Well, it's not even 3 50-50s not going your way. Really, it's 2. Because you get one, the shark, the regular shark, as I did. And then after that, you need one of the 2, the one that you didn't get. So then you flip the coin, and alright, whatever. You get 1 50-50 goes wrong, that's a 50% chance. 2 in a row is a 25% chance. That's not unheard of, but it's a 1 in 4 chance now. It's a 1 in 4 chance now that after catching the first shark, we haven't gotten the other shark. And that's going to quickly devolve into 12.5%. And then what? 6 2/4%. And then, you know, you're going to get the idea pretty quickly that the more of these that we do, the more ridiculous it's going to get. So if we could just, like... Maybe, because, like, if you... in my head, I'm like, if I acknowledge the odds, that means that, like, the god of, like, math and probability will be like, ah, well, he's already got me figured out. And he's not going to screw me up anymore. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to will it into existence. We'll see, though. I just realized I'm in a chat full of Animal Crossing fanatics, and I'm just a casual enjoyer. That's okay. I'm here to teach as well. I'll turn you into one. Probability, ... Probability, the god of, has to be, like, one of my ops. I must have, like, pissed him off in a different life. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm actually pretty lucky, all things considered. I gotta do YouTube as a job, man. How can I ever possibly bitch about getting unlucky? Which isn't to say that I've never been valid for some of the shit that I've been screwed over by in these challenges, but, like, I don't know. All things considered, like, me getting unlucky doing my silly little YouTube job is still way better than some person who gets... lucky to win a new office chair in his company's yearly raffle. It made doing all those Excel documents and email forwarding and all that worth it. I don't know what I'm even trying to say anymore. What I'm trying to say is... Herman Miller. Dude, I keep saying that's my next big gaming purchase. Gaming purchase? No, like business purchase. Business expense. That's my next big business expense. It's not gaming. It's my business. I'm looking forward to the bit of you catching 10 of the same sharks in a row. Ban that person for... a week? I think a week's fair. I know it's a tax write-off, but a tax write-off doesn't mean it doesn't cost money still. What's a Herman Miller? It's like the... I'm actually taking my job seriously. Office/gaming chair. Yeah, I guess. I guess you could call it. I mean, if you game in it. Is that not a gaming chair? Anyway, it's like a... expensive office chair, and they're really comfortable. And I mean, when you sit on a chair as much as I do to do my job, and just to like fuck around and do nothing, then you're gonna want a pretty good chair. And I keep telling myself, oh, I'm gonna get a Herman Miller chair. That's gonna be my next big business expense. And then I look at it and I'm like, $1,200, and I don't, because I'm like, oh man, I should really like, but like I'm moving soon. I should really like save up for moving. Okay, well now I'm moved. But yeah, I just brought this chair upstairs, and like that, I can't just like, and I keep justifying it to myself that right now is not the time to get the Herman Miller chair. But when is? Because I've been doing this cycle of trying to tell myself it's not the time for like a year now. Fucking, you gotta just pull the trigger at some point, man. Maybe, but for real, though, maybe after I move again at the beginning of next year. Maybe, like, that actually will be the time. I don't know. It'll give me a chance to toss this one out, and then I'll just, like, unbox or do whatever with my next one, right? It doesn't help the fact that there's no, like, Herman Miller distribution out here in the middle of the sticks, you know? If I want to get a Herman Miller chair, I honestly don't know how I would get it. Buy it online? I don't know. I'm already spending, like, over $1,000 on it, though. Do I really want to pay more shipping on it? Youch, big purchase. I know, dude. I hate it. I hate making big purchases, even if they're 100% justified. Imagine how much your ass will love if you get one. My ass can go fuck itself. What's that thing done for me in my life? Make poop. All that thing has done in my life is make poop. And you know what pooping is? It's inconvenient. It's taking away from my time that I could be otherwise doing, gaming, or looking at spreadsheets. Or watching football. All that thing done is make damn doo-doo. It's done nothing for me. My ass can get fucked for all I care. Well, okay. Now, what I mean by that is, whatever. Yet you treat it with a bidet. A bidet is a full body cleansing. And I'm not going to elaborate on that. Office furnishing companies sometimes sell them for cheap because they order them in bulk. I've heard that. I have no idea how I would use that information. I have no idea how I don't know. Like, that sounds maybe like something you could take advantage of if you live in a big city with a bunch of big offices and buildings and companies and Fortune 500 companies. And man, I'm out here in damn fucking Tyler, Texas. I'm not, but just to give an example. And also, I think Tyler's a decently populated joint. Anyway, not the point. What I'm saying is I think that that's probably not something as viable when you live out where I do. No, that's a shout. No, I said I'm not going to elaborate on it. If you don't believe me, then that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you why. Aerons are pretty easy to get used. Am I crazy, though? I don't want somebody's, like, infected ass chair, you know? Whoa, Tyler, Texas mentioned. That just threw me off. Dude, I love doing that. I love just pointing out people's, like, obscure cities that they live in on the small chance that I actually say it and freak them out. Shout out to any viewers in Kalamazoo, Michigan, by the way. Big Kalamazoo head. Do you play any instruments? You sound like a trumpet guy. No, I just farted. That's probably what you heard. I didn't, by the way. That was just a little joke. It's just a little joke. I want a bidet, but my boyfriend's against it. Okay, tell him don't use it. Like, you don't... It's not gonna, like... It's not gonna come out and, like, clean your ass against your will. You have to push a button on it. Okay, interesting. Your boyfriend's a coward. A coward, yes, but also, like, if he wants to revel in his cowardness, then he could just not press the button that says, clean my ass, please. You could just, like, not press it. It's not like some, like, little gnome that comes out and starts squirting you. You can get that. Like, that is an option for some bidets, but just don't get that one. I'm Australian. It's 3:42 a.m. for me. I swear to God. Okay, go to bed. People out here got, like, you got issues? It's 3:42. Go to bed. Or, sorry, let me put that in the Australian way. Never mind, I can't think of anything funny. I can't think of an Australian way to say go to bed that's funny. Never mind. I'm glad I made it in time for the bidet chat. Dude, I think this is the first mention of the bidet that we've had this entire challenge. 23 hours. And dude, I almost went a whole 24 hours without talking about a bidet once. Man, you guys made me relapse. I almost got my 24-hour badge, man. God damn it. I gotta go back to BA. Your content makes for good out-of-context videos. You guys should make them then. That'd be a good way of marketing myself without me actually having to do anything, is just saying you guys can make those videos and not compensate you in any way whatsoever. That'd be kind of nice, right? That'd be like a symbiotic relationship that would be like, yeah. I have made one already. You have? Oh, that's cool. Nice. Where's the guy that made the ass video like a year ago? That's Jay Kaiser. I haven't seen them around in a while. They probably hate me. It's fine. Whatever. No, I'm just kidding. That's toxic. Can we talk about your worm some more? See, this is the thing. Is, like, people say, like, oh, you know, you have little out-of-context clips. And, like, don't get me wrong, dude. I'm not, like, innocent in all of this. But, I will say, most of it's perpetuated by you guys. Because here we are, coming in here, I'm just looking over at chat. I'm just wanting to, like, read some comments here. And then someone says, can we talk about your worm some more? And now, you could probably pull up some, like, with some, like, clever editing and quick cuts. You could probably make it look like I was the one that started talking about my worm for no damn reason. When no, I'm the one who read the chat message that said, talk about your worm some more. And I'm like, no, man, I'm not going to do that. And now that I've started talking about it, you could probably have done it like 10 different times in all these sentences that I'm saying alone. Talking about my damn worm. Oh, my worm. But no, it all started because of you guys. And that's what you guys don't realize. It's always you. You keep that to yourself. My worm, I plan on it. Thank you. Oh, it stopped raining and now the fireflies are gonna spawn. Ah, it's no big deal. I don't need the oak silk moth anymore anyway. But it does make it so that maybe my fishing is worse. Bro and his worm, do not even start with me. Do not even start with me. I do not want to hear it. That bell is creepy as hell. It's only creepy for you if you're a sinner, for the bell tolls for ye. If you're a good man of God, then that you will not find that bell frightening. It speaks more to you and your sinful ways than to me or anyone else here. John 3:16. I don't know what John 3:16 is. I just see it everywhere. Everyone's like fucking pickup truck has John 3:16 next to a sticker of the Punisher on it. I guess those are like related. I guess the Punisher must be in the Bible somewhere. It seems as though you want us to clip farm you. I've said this before when someone else has brought up clip farming before, but clip farming is, like, if you accuse a streamer of clip farming, then I think what you're actually trying to say is that the streamer is funny, and they say funny things, and when you clip those things, it would make people laugh. I think, like, clip farming is just being funny. I don't know, though. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. Dagnel, what's clip farming? I think, like, when a streamer says funny things, people will say that they are clip farming. Like, you know, they're just saying that just so people clip it and share those clips and then spread it around, and I assume drive a lot of engagement towards their content. But I find that the most clippable content out there is somebody being funny. And so when somebody's clip farming, I can't help but notice a correlation between the streamer just being funny and people saying that they are clip farming. I don't know, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe there's, like, deliberate efforts to, like, clip farm.
Well, it's that time again. Happy subiversary.
Hi. Thanks, Hippo Maze, for the 4 months. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing on Twitch. I appreciate that. Clip farming is usually saying or doing something controversial. Well, I don't think I did that. I don't know why I'd be accused of doing that. Why would I do that? For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. John 3:16 for anyone curious. Okay, so, like, the entire premise of Christianity, and thus why it's the most referenced Bible verse that I often find. I guess that makes sense. It's pretty, like... It's sort of like, gives you the whole premise, right? Of the religion. And when people be pulling out, like, Pythagoras 27:14, though, man, that's when I get confused. Like, that's very specific. The Dagnel situation is insane. Yeah, I might become one of those YouTubers eventually. I don't know, man. Man, when I get bored of this YouTube shit, you'll know. I won't say it, but you'll know. When I start making videos that's like, the blank situation is crazy, and the thumbnail is just me being like, Or maybe, like, mid-action shot, like... some shit like that. Cheese. I just hit the 1. Me and Pythagoras were buddies in high school. Bull fucking shit. You did not know his ass. You did not know Pythagoras. Mm-mm. The hammerhead situation is crazy. That kind of goes actually really funny. I feel like I can make that into a video joke. But you see, like I'm not seeing any sharks. It's not even that, like, it's not like the Dorado situation, which was also crazy. But at least I can, like, blame that on myself. Man, this one I ain't even seeing them, for fuck's sake. And it's so annoying fishing in the ocean in this game, because you can't even fucking see what's out there, unless you cast your line. Pythagoras was my English teacher. Bullshit. I know your English teacher was named, like, Callahan or something like that. When I'm bored of YouTube, man, I'm gonna start doing stupid shit. Like, not like bad shit, but just stupid shit. You'll know. Now his name is Vance. It's the last dance for Lance Vance. I'm thinking I'll play through all the GTA games on stream before GTA 6 comes out. I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. At least all the good ones, which is 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4... and 5, but I'll probably be complaining the entire time while I play 5, because I don't like 5's story. Which is, say, not including GTA 1 or 2, like London 1967, Vice City stories or Liberty City stories, even though those are good, I just don't care for them. GTA 4's DLCs are good, I might play those. I don't know. I bet GTA 6 will get delayed again. Okay. More time for me, I guess. I'm so sat for GTA games. They're so good. Time to nap again. Have fun. Have a good nap. GTA 7 before GTA 6. The GTA 6 situation's crazy. Yes, I caught a Dagnel stream. Nice, man. I caught a hammerhead shark. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Yeah. Back to your Animal Crossing YouTube short. Who was the camera person? Was it your partner? No, it was a friend. What's up with the questions? Have you caught the rest of the sharks? Well, there's only one other than the shark, and it's the hammerhead shark. And no, it's a bit of a sore subject right now. It's a little bit of a sore subject right now, because, yeah, we've gotten 3 of those, and 0 of the hammerhead sharks, and it's a 50-50 chance that you get one or the other, so, you know, a little bit sad. If you were a fish in Animal Crossing, what would you be? I don't know. Damn wormfish. I don't know. Wormfish. I'd be the wormfish. I'd be the wormfish. I'd be the wormfish, probably. Yeah. That's my answer.
Dagnel, I hope you catch that hammerhead.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Snapdragon, for the 3 months. And I appreciate your... I don't know. I think most people are. But, I don't know, most people aren't paying me and saying that, so thank you. I appreciate that. Bro and his worm. Yeah, see, that one was me. I talked about it that time. See, but that, so, like, you know, it doesn't never happen where I'm the one who brings it up, but, like, I don't know, man. Rarely. You go talking about a damn worm again. Yep, no, you're right. You got me on that one. Now who's mentioning their worm? See, dude, like, every time I do it, a million fingers point in my direction. Every time you guys do it, silence. It's a liberal propaganda, once again. The work situation's crazy. I think you meant to say something else. But I'm not gonna say it. Because apparently, every time I say it, Have you voted in Fat Bear Week yet? Explain that one, like, not even like I'm 5. Explain that like I'm literally in the NICU because I came out like a month premature.
Money, money, money.
Hammerhead, hammerhead, hammerhead.
Oh, you're like summoning it. It's like Beetlejuice. Like you're summoning it, right? Yeah. Thank you for the 100 bits. And if I get it within the next 10 minutes or so, then I'm going to have to ask you to donate 100 bits every time I'm struggling with something, because clearly that will, yeah, well, you know, that seems to be the key. So, we'll see. Apparently it's an annual event where people vote on fat bears. The NICU? What the fuck is that? The NICU. A national park in Alaska does a fat bear bracket in the fall where you vote for your favorite fat bear who's bulked up for hibernation. No, I've never heard of such a thing. Can I hear about, like, can you, like, present the contestants to me? Like, it's that scene in Shrek where the mirror is presenting all the potential bachelorettes to Lord Farquaad, please? Can you say, like, this fat son of a bitch just ate 15 salmon from Salmon Run River. And, like, you know, just, like, start going over with it for me. And then, like, I can tell you, just based on, like, how you describe it, which one is my favorite. They also have Fat Bear Week Jr. for the Cubs. I'm trying to think of a fat Cubs player. I'm trying to think of a fat Cubs. I can't do it, man. They're all in shape. God damn it. I hate them. I hate those guys so much. And their chiseled bodies. What's up? It's Charlotte. I'm not clicking on the link. I'll tell you, dude, I'm not clicking on the link. I gotta catch the hammerhead shark. But, like, you know, feel free to, like, describe the bears to me, and then I can tell you which one's my favorite. I got like a job to do here. Maybe if you walked around with a bunch of old nails in your pocket, you'd attract, well, you know, that's actually funny. I might have, no, I think they're downstairs, a shit ton of nails. I have, like, a shit ton of nails because I've been hanging things up ever since I moved. So I have, like, this thing of, like, 1,000 nails of different sizes. And that actually would be a good idea. That actually would be a good idea. You'd attract magnets. I'd attract the magnet fish. Yeah, maybe. What's the goal for today? Jeez, man, at this point, I just kind of want to get the hammerhead. I do want more than the hammerhead, but, like, man, it's been almost an hour today, and then, like, an hour last stream trying to get it, and I ain't gotten it. And I'm getting a little bit... Man, I hate to use such strong language here. So forgive me. If, like, you know... If you're, like, a person who's sensitive to, like, harsh language, then you might want to mute this segment. But, like, man, I'm getting a little bit fucking peeved off. I'm getting a little bit... Man, I don't even know. I'm getting a little bit peeved off here. Man. Bro, you can't say that. I did. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nothing. Content police? Gonna call the content cops on me? Alright, hang on. Let's see here. Why is my Twitch chat not scroll up when I scroll up? That's pretty cool. So we have Chunk. Chunk is up for vote today. An old favorite. He's looking a bit different this year due to a broken jaw that he may have gotten from fighting. And then he's up against 901, a blonde female bear who's looking for good winter after losing all of her cubs. Geez, man. I'm like, I thought that, like, the one getting its jaw broken was kind of sad. And now I'm like, geez. Man, I don't want to vote now. I kind of just, I don't really, like, feel good about it anymore. Like, I know that's nature, man, and, like, that happens. But, you know, man, I wasn't in March of the Penguins. I thought it was going to be funny and cute, and now I'm reeling over these cubs that I didn't even know existed. Man, that's heavy stuff, man. I'm Canadian. What is this? I mean, dude, it's like it's apparently like a voting contest about, like, the chunkiest bear out of Alaska, which is honestly more Canadian than it is American. Yeah, I don't know. I only learned about it myself just now. Who would win in a nerd battle? You or Veedle987? Dude, I don't even know who that is. Is this some, like, sly way of promoting, like, your friends on YouTube? I don't know, man. I'm kind of a jock, so probably him. Kind of a jock villager. I'm kind of like a, yeah. I'm kind of like a football team guy. I kind of like slapping my boys on the ass, because we do really good at football. We play good football. Yeah, it's kind of like Gatorade bath kind of guy, you know, whipping guys' butts with towels, kind of like that kind of guy. It's very like heterosexual. He runs the Neurosama channel, dude.
Yo.
Excited to watch Carson Wentz versus Aaron Rodgers Sunday morning.
Foreign language to me. Anyway, thanks Birdbinch for the 27 months. Am I excited to watch, or you're saying that you're excited to watch Carson Wentz versus Aaron Rodgers. Yes. Decrepit old man versus... wet cloth. Yeah, thrilled. Thanks for the 27 months. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your ad-free viewing. I think chat should just make up fake channels and ask Dagnel if he thinks that he's better than them. Okay, sure. It's 4 a.m. I gotta go to bed. Good night, Dag plus chatters. Good night, bee lovers. Have a good night. 4 a.m.? What the fuck are you? Where are you? Sydney? Golly. What are you doing? Oh. Dagnel versus the guy who's watched every episode of One Piece in order and then put them all on a tier list. Yeah, I think that guy's got me beat as far as, like, biggest nerd. But, you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Thoughts on Squiggly Steve's Minecraft channel? He sounds like a fucking character from Smiling Friends. Squiggly Steve. I love that guy. Nah, dude, I can't hate on Squiggly Steve, man. Come on now. No, man, that's my guy. I watched that guy. That was like the... Oh, man. That was my, like, YouTube... That was my Minecraft Let's Player that I watched all throughout high school in, like, the early 2010s. Oh, man. You can't... Nothing is stronger of a bond than a boy and the guy who's, like, was the first Minecraft series that he ever watched on YouTube, man. Come on now. You can't ask me to pick that. You can't. No stronger of a bond. That's on Weenie Hut Juniors, man. You gotta get in there on Double Weenie Mondays, though. I mean, I don't know, man. On a normal day, it's like a 7 out of 10. Pretty good. But, you know, like... Man, they're jacking their prices up on things, but man... Double Weenie Mondays, man. That's when, like... You get good bang for your buck on Double Weenie Mondays. It's Monster Weenie Monday. Actually, dude, Monster Weenie Monday was before Double Weenie Monday, alright? Monster Weenie Monday is now Monster Weenie Thursday, alright? Amateurs. That's actually on Sunday now. Man, they ain't got even got a Weenie Hut Juniors where I live no more. Dagnel versus 10 Minecraft Hardcore for 100-day channels. In like a fist fight, or are you talking? What's like what's the setting? What are we doing? Are we fighting? Are we like shooting each other? Is this like warfare, or like a cage match, or like a slam poetry? What are we talking about here? Thoughts on the salty spittoon? Hey man, come on, I wouldn't. Now come on now, I wouldn't go to a salty spittoon now. Hey, even just the name sends a shiver down my spine. I have a hammerhead shark, please. Like all these like cool fish that are like finless and small. They're nice and all, but like, you know, all fish of all shapes are beautiful. But like, I mean, come on now. Like we want like a. I mean, man, you can't be like a nice big one with like a fin coming out, man. Ugh, sometimes. Mm. The Enderman 42 is better, like I said. I don't know if you're talking about your favorite Minecraft YouTuber when you were a kid, but man, when I was watching Minecraft as a kid, we were all like pining for the end. You guys remember, and this is like 2011, 2010, 2011, I think it's 2010. But you remember when like the Enderman was first like teased, and it was like this, I don't know, man. We had like the zombie, the creeper, and the spider for so long before that, and like no other hostile mobs. And then they tweeted about, or they announced like the Enderman, this crazy scary guy where if you looked at him, he would like attack you, and his eyes like glow in the dark, and he's gonna be this like really scary guy. And we're like, dude, what the fuck? We were like shitting ourselves. Oh, I did leave out the skeleton, didn't I? Honestly, the most terrifying of all of them. And the OP skeleton, they were pretty fucked, yeah. Man, that shit was terrifying. I was so scared. Man, I played Minecraft for the longest time on peaceful because I could not, like, deal with mobs. And I was like, oh my god, no, I don't want to go into a cave and have there be mobs there. Oh my god, I was freaked out. And also my, like, PC, which was more of a, I mean, it literally was like a netbook. It wasn't really a PC. But, like, it ran at, like, 10 frames a second, man. I couldn't even fucking kill anything even if I tried. It used to be a horror game, truly. Didn't they? No, I don't think they made it for, like, babies. I think I just, like, grew up. I think it's probably the thing. I remember when my biggest issue was worrying about Herobrine was gonna get my ass. Dude, it was scary, man. I think we were just, like, children, but also, like, it was scary? I feel like, I mean, it's sort of like the old internet, where, like, you don't have a bunch of, like, white boys with glasses and brunette hair who, like, play the game to an extent that is, like, wow, he's so good. Like, dude, everyone was, like, bad at the game. And so we were all, like... Oh man, like there was no like Nelson out there to tell us like, oh, it's not that hard if you just abuse this tactic. You know, if you want to avoid Enderman, just shield yourself under a too high roof and hit its legs. And it's like, no, dude, it's gonna come get me. It's gonna get me. I'm gonna shit myself. And it's gonna be scary. There's no like no YouTuber Nelson to tell us that, you know? And so like everything was scarier. And now we just know everything, exactly. We just know everything. Nothing's scary anymore, because, you know, If we're scared of something, we can just look up a video. Or like some guy on Reddit will be like, well, here's what you do. Which, I don't know. There's a place for that. But I don't know. I do miss when like the internet wasn't as prominent. And games were more of a mystery for you to figure out for yourself. You can still live that truth. I find that if you're going to play a game and have the most fun with it, don't know too much about it going into it. That's the most fun way of playing a game. The warden's pretty scary. Yeah, but like if it makes sense, it's because they made him to be scary. Like it's almost like he was like, oh, he's got the sensors, and if you like make too much noise, then the sensors will go off, and then that will get, and then he'll like he'll start like groaning, and if you do that 3 times, then he'll awaken from the ground, and he'll start sniffing you, and he's gonna find you, and he's gonna get you, and it's like, okay, dude, you're just trying to make him scary at that point. Creepers aren't inherently scary, but they were, because they would just fall out of the sky and blow you to smithereens. Worst way to be blown. Has to be. And it'd be scary, but it's not because they tried to make it scary, it's just because it was. You know? It's just because it was. And they succeeded. Yeah, but if I'm telling you, what I'm trying to say is, like, it's scary, but not, like, naturally, in, like, an artificial way, you know? The grass path by the river's crazy. Yeah, I love grass deterioration in my game. That was sarcastic, by the way. That was a little bit of sarcasm. I'm known for my dry humor on occasion. And they have that freak in the pale garden. Yeah, the tree freak. He's like, but I don't know, man. Isn't that like the angels from Doctor Who? Doctor Who did it first, man. I love calling the Doctor from Doctor Who, and not the Doctor, or the however many Doctors are they on now. Is that show even still going? I love calling him Doctor Who and just fucking infuriating a bunch of people. I love that, dude. I love doing this shit and saying it's from Star Wars. I love that, man. "15th Doctor, we're waiting to figure out the 16th. Which one was David Tennant? That's the last time I ever remember knowing. The 10th. The 10th? The 10th? They made 6 more confounded Doctors after him? Jeez, man. You made me, like, spittle everywhere. I got, like, spit running down my face now. That's crazy. Also, wow, we have a lot of clippy PFPs in here. Okay, yeah, okay, because I'm, like, I'm fucked up, and I keep thinking that the clippy profile pictures in YouTube chat, which I don't know why I can see people's profile pictures in YouTube chat. I don't want to see that, quite frankly. But I keep seeing, like, clippy profile pictures in my Twitch, in my YouTube chat, and I'm like, wait, is this one guy, or is this a bunch of different guys? Must be a coincidence. No, it's not a quinky dink. What is up with that? Did some, like, YouTuber start a trend or something? Or do you just do that? I think people just really like Clippy. No, nobody likes Clippy, man, alright? If you like Clippy, then you were never around for when his ass was actually in Windows, alright? If you like his ass, it's either nostalgia or you weren't there. What the fuck was that? It was a protest thing. Oh, you protesting? It's an anti-AI thing. It's an anti-AI protest. Okay, I'm gathering that, so tell me more. Hate Clippy. I hate that bastard. Although the dog was pretty cool. I like the dog. Merlin the Wizard was pretty cool, too. People always talk about Clippy, man, but they forget there was, like, a bunch of those little helpers. There was like a wizard and a dog, and dude, I'm like barely old enough to remember it myself. I remember seeing them on like school computers. And like my friend would choose wizard, and I'd be like, dude, wizard's ass, bro. You gotta do the dog. And he's like, no, man, you can't say ass, man. We're only in like the 3rd grade. And I'm like, oh god, don't tell my parents. It originated from the whole YouTube using AI to figure out people's ages thing. Oh. But I guess maybe what I'm asking more specifically is why Clippy, though? The purple monkey? No, it's Bonsai Buddy, and that's a virus. Completely different thing. Did you get the hammerhead? Nope. You know what was scary? Turning on sticky keys. Yeah, me teabagging my boy in Minecraft, and then my computer goes, beep, beep. Do you want to turn on sticky keys? And you're like, fuck off. Classic moment right there. Classic moment of the early to mid 2010s gamers. Clippy is chill, and they're actually there to help. Dude, I don't want to hear that. Man, his ass was nothing but patronizing. No, I don't want to hear nothing about no damn Clippy. He was helpful. He was just trying to help. No, his ass was so annoying, man. And they literally got rid of him because everyone fucking hated him. And now everyone's like, oh, I miss Clippy. No, you miss 2003, all right? You don't miss Clippy. Come on, get real. I think they went with Clippy because he was trying to be helpful without asking for your personal info or anything. Yeah, okay, and okay, this is what I don't get. Is because, like, Clippy is property, trademark, copyright, whatever the fuck, property of Microsoft. And do you think that Microsoft wouldn't, if the technology or a need was there in 2003, or whenever the fuck Clippy was last a thing? Do you think that if they wanted to figure out your personal information enough, they wouldn't have done so? They wouldn't have used a cute little paperclip mascot to figure out your personal data? Dude, Microsoft probably knows more about you than you know about you, alright? Clippy is the representation of everything that's wrong with this world, presenting it by a cute little mascot, masking their intentions, their very evil intentions, by putting a cute little paperclip on your screen. I don't know, man. You're saying that, like, yeah, he didn't steal my personal information or try to figure out more about me because I don't think that technology was there, or the need for it was there yet. But I promise you, man, if Clippy debuted in 2025, large 2025, his ass would be stealing my data. He'd know my social security number just by reading my lips. I don't want to hear about it. No damn Clippy, like he's this, like he died. He died because, oh, like he's this martyr for public safety. No, man. He's a bastard like the rest of them. Yeah, even the dog. Yeah, even Merlin. I don't care. What are the other ones? They were shit. What's up, Kicks Ass? What's your favorite Top Gear special? Now that's a fucking question right there, man. That's what I like to see. Patagonia. Or Vietnam. Or United States, because of bias. Botswana. Botswana also good. They're all good. They're all great. Ew, Top Gear. Nah. Man. You mean Top Gear post Clarkson, Hammond, and May, right? You mean American Top Gear. You mean anything but 2002 to 2015 Top Gear, right? That's what you mean, right? I'm giving you an out, man. You better take it. The Stig. I think he's still in there. But you're talking about, like, when Lewis Hamilton was revealed to be the Stig. Except he wasn't. It was just, like, a one-off. Like, that's not a Top Gear you're talking about. No, I mean, all of Top Gear. They all sucked and were so boring. Dude, best case scenario, you're yucking my yum, and it's bad vibes. Worst case scenario, you're just trying to rage bait me. Which is honestly, like, very disrespectful. I'm not going to engage in it, or the discussion any further, because I don't want to indulge your sick, twisted fantasies. I think you're just saying that because you're wrong. Timeout corner for that opinion. Thank you. Actually, the most justified timeout I've ever seen. That literally, thank you. My streamer watches Top Gear. This is an incredible day. I know, dude. That is one of my favorite shows of all time. And it's such like the classic, like, oh, dude, you gotta watch Top Gear. Yeah, but not like the 70s, 80s, and 90s Top Gear. You gotta like start from 2002 because it was just trying to be like an informative motoring show for like the first few decades. But like once like Clarkson started to join, but like don't watch the first season where Clarkson and Hammond are there, but it's not May, it's some other guy that I can't remember the name of. You gotta start watching after May was in there. But even then, it takes like a couple of seasons to really get kicked into high gear. Little pun there. But after that, it's like the best cinema you'll ever see on British television. But then like Jeremy Clarkson like punches like a director or producer or something like that, and they fire him off the BBC. And so you gotta like stop watching it like 2016. So like yeah, it's like the classic example of like, dude, you gotta watch this show except this part, this part, this part, this part, this part, this part, and this part. But like, let's be honest, when somebody says Top Gear, everyone just assumes the good part. Oops. I love Top Gear, but it's just so hard to watch Jeremy Clarkson. You know what? I kind of get it. He's a bit grating. Yeah. I get it. He can be, anyway. Did you ever indulge in the Grand Tour? Yeah, the Grand Tour was good. I don't think it ever, like, was as good as Top Gear was, but it was, like, a nice, like... Yeah, it had its moments, too, for sure. I didn't like it as much, though, but it was still good. My favorite amongst the trio, and I still watch him to this day, like his like YouTube stuff, is James May. He's my favorite of the three. People say Clarkson's Farm is good, but I haven't given it a shot. Who's the worst AC villager? I feel like I'm going to engage in a spot of rage baiting today. I feel like I'm in... I feel like... Gotta be honest with you, I think Tangy might be the worst Animal Crossing villager in this game. Raymond, if you're rage baiting. See, no, because I feel like, and it did cross my mind to just, you know, blurt out Raymond, but I think if you're trying to effectively rage bait, see? This is what I'm saying. Oh, boo! Tangy? Question mark, question mark? See? That's how you know I hit a good one. That's how you know I hit a good one there. That's how you know... Alright, give me the reasons. See? That's how you know I hit a good one, man. That's how people are... I actually got people stirred up, even though I literally said I was going to participate in some rage baiting here. Alright? And I still got people riled up about it. Alright? That's how you know that was a good answer, man. Because if I had said Raymond, it's like, okay, well, now you're just, I don't know. Like, that's, of course, the answer you're going to choose if you're trying to be deliberately rage baiting people. If you're just trying to get, like, outrage. So you have to think, like, a villager that's really well-liked, but probably isn't, like, making the same headlines that Raymond is. You know, you got to think of somebody that's, like... Yeah, so my mind went to Cat, because everyone likes the cats, except for Cat, because Cat sucks. But, you have to think, like, the most popular species, alright? And then think of a villager, because there's a lot of cats that people like. There's a lot of good answers there, honestly. I could have said, like, Rosie as well. That would have been a good one.
Finally, I can watch a stream. I got a job, so I haven't been able to be here in a while. Crazy that in 4 months it'll be my 2-year sub anniversary.
Wow. Look at Job Joseph over here, man. Thanks, Small Mini, for the 20 months. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. I just said Judy, TBH. She's overrated. See, the thing is that I don't agree with Tangy being the worst villager because I like Tangy. I was trying to rage bait, though. But, like, if you're answering that and your genuine answer is Judy... Sorry, that's wrong. But that's okay. Because maybe you're trying to rage bait me. I gotta be ever vigilant for that stuff, you know? You gotta be ever vigilant for that stuff. Anyway, so that's why I think Tangy was a really good answer for, like, trying to stir people up the most. Because it's not like you're obviously just trying to piss people off. But also... Tangy, like, I could see why somebody, like, would really like Tangy and be like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah. How could you hate Tangy?" I don't. Tangy's great. Genuinely, who's the worst, though? Let me give you a not rage bait. Genuinely, who's the worst in the game, though? Give me a minute. Blue Bear. Oops. Any of the birds can go, honestly. Any of the birds? There's like... Isn't there a bunch of different... There's a bunch of different bird species, though. Are you talking about, like, the basic birds? Why Blue Bear? Ah, I'm just kidding. That was another rage bait attempt. I'll be honest with you. That was another rage bait attempt. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I don't feel as good about that one, though. I'm sorry. I don't love Blue Bear, but yeah, by far not the worst. Man, I don't know. The worst is... I mean, you know, I already eat... I've said like a million times who's the worst. It's Diva, of course. I've said a million times it's Diva. And Jambet. And fucking who else? Who else do I hate? I don't know, man. I try not to reserve much place in my heart for hate. Then again, they're Animal Crossing villagers and they don't feel anything, so like whatever. Hate away as far as I'm concerned. It's just not good for you. Rodney. See, I don't even think Rodney's like terrible, you know? He's a little weird, but like he's not terrible. Who's your favorite? No, because if I tell you my favorite, you'll weaponize it against me by saying that they're bad. And then you're gonna get me fucked up. You're gonna get me stirred up. You're gonna get my fucking britches on fire. Ah! Finally. Alright. This is my once hourly chance. That's hardly an exaggeration, by the way. I've been live for an hour and a half. Please. 12.5%. Yeah, a shark. That's what you needed? Does he know? No, I need the hammerhead shark. And that's 4 regular sharks now in a row that I've caught. Hi, this is my first stream. Hi. Hi. Welcome. Oh, man. Will you ever do bug snacks? No, I think I'll eat, like, chips, probably. But, you know, whatever you know, I'm not gonna hate what you like, right? The sharks are rage baiting you. Exactly. I don't need you guys rage baiting me. The sharks are rage baiting me. I don't... Haha, very funny. What? Every day on this barren earth is a struggle. Truly, my brother. Truly. My lord. So, in case you don't know, that's my, yeah, so that's my 4th shark. These sharks right here, this one, so that's 1, 2, 3 that I have in my pockets now. 1 is in the museum, so that's 4 total. Every finned fish that you see in the ocean is a 50-50 chance of being a shark, that shark, or a hammerhead shark. And I need the hammerhead shark, and now that's 4 times in a row that I've gotten that guy. Of course, being that you need a regular shark, at least one, right? Really, it's been 3 coin flips now that have gone the wrong way. So you get the 1 shark, and then 50-50 shot that every shark after that is a hammerhead. So, you know, you get 2 sharks, and 1's a hammerhead, and 1's a regular shark. That's a 50-50 shot right there. 3 sharks in a row is a 25% chance. 4 sharks in a row is a 12.5% chance, and that's what we're down to now. And again, I only find one of these mother frickers every, like, 30 minutes to an hour. So every time I don't get the hammerhead shark is basically another 30 minutes to an hour. I have to wait until I see another one. Because they... I don't know. I don't know. He's praying to the probability gods again. Well, clearly, I don't know. Whatever I did last time didn't help. So, yeah, I might as well start cursing them now. I only caught one thing today, by the way. It was the oak silk moth. And so, so it's like getting stuck on shit like this really bothers me. When I'm one thing away from being able to move on, it really bugs me when that one thing is just... just slapping my fucking ass purple. My ass is purple. You ever play Nintendogs back in the day? Yeah, we talked about Nintendogs. Labrador and Friends. I was a Labrador and Friends guy. I know, my poor cheeks, man. My money didn't help, thank God. Yeah, you'd have been in debt for the rest of your life, pal. You're lucky. I mean, it's not to say that, like, you know, it might have just been a fluke. I don't know. Worth another shot, maybe. Have you considered pleasing the shark gods? How do I do that? I'd love to know. Does anyone call it the 121st and 122nd creatures were? 122nd was the oak silk moth. 121st was whatever the last thing I caught last stream was, which I'm gonna guess was a regular shark? I don't know.
Money, money, money.
Aye.
Take 2. Hammerhead, 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 hammerhead.
Well, you said it 4 times that time. What if you say Beetlejuice 4 times? Is he like, yeah, well, like, you said it 3. It's just like 3 plus 1. Or do you have to say it exactly 3 times? Does he, like, come out and lecture you about it? I don't know, man. Anyway, thanks for the 100 bits, Elizabeth. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this time's the shot. Then again, if I get hung up on trying to get this guy out of here for the next, I don't know, 17 minutes, then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll never happen. Alright, this is fucking rage bait right here. This is rage bait. This is literally rage bait. This whole, like,
Money,
dancing
money,
around my
money.
line here. Not looking at it so that I can
Also
scare you
trying to
away.
help. Ahem, hammerhead, hammerhead, hammerhead.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the 100 bits, Savvy. I'm, by the way, don't start giving me 100 bits because I made a joke about it. In Beetlejuice the Musical, he does say my name. You might have been watching Breaking Bad.
Money,
AMC's
money, money.
Breaking Bad.
Gimme a universally hated villager you actually like. I'm data collecting. Also hammerhead, hammerhead, hammerhead.
getting mad. Thanks Sarah Cat for the 100 bits. Give me a universally hated villager that you actually like. Barreled. Now that's rage bait. Man, you guys always trying to stir me up, trying to fucking light my britches on fire with your rage bait. You don't even know true rage bait. True rage bait is something in Animal Crossing, not fucking spawning. Despite hours of looking for it. That's true rage bait right there. That's true, like, visceral, deep down hatred for whoever you're trying to jimmy. And they're jimmying me, dude. Your Switch account profile picture is literally barreled, don't lie. Okay, wait, am I misunderstanding the question? Give me a universally hated villager that you actually like. I'm data collecting. Yes, I like barreled, and thus he is my Switch profile picture. Yes, you're correct. I'm not lying. They told me to say a villager that I like that is generally... You're not going to find one universally hated, because there'll always be sad sacks like me who like barreled because they see themselves in barreled. In many ways that I won't go into detail about. But, like, yeah. No, I think you're misunderstanding. I love Renee. She's so cool. Renee the horse? Yeah, she's cool. She's not universally hated, though, right? Dude, he's not what the fuck you're trying to say he is, man. He's just weird. What if he's like a security guard, man? That's why you like barreled. You're not even spelling his name right, alright? If you can't spell his name right, I don't think you have the... I think you, like, stand the ground to criticize him. You gotta know about the guy, and, like, the first thing you know about the guy is his name. And if you can't even get that right, then how am I gonna trust your opinion on him? I hate Renee with the... Why? Whatever. That's fine. We're all entitled to our opinion, even if it's stupid and wrong. Yo, 24 hours. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right about that. What if I just, like... And it, like, changed one of the digits? That'd be kind of a good bit, right? Dude, wait, that'd be, like, a good-ass bit. Like, hang on, what if I said, like, alright, so what do we got, like, here, it's, like, right here. Alright, so what if I said, like, hey, knock it off up there. And it, like, stopped the timer? That'd be kind of funny, right? Alright, but actually, though, keep the timer going. Speedrun invalidated. I actually just started, like, sniffling when I said that. Like, I actually felt myself become a speedrun.com moderator. It'd be kind of a good, like... That'd be good. That's called physical comedy right there. Oh, this wrist strap is not nearly tight enough. I need this thing to make my hand turn purple, man. Otherwise, how am I going to trust myself to not throw it into the TV? I actually wear the wrist strap all the time. Like, yes, even if I'm playing Animal Crossing City Folk, and there's pretty much no way that I could possibly, like, unhand this thing in an unsafe manner. Because, and this is gonna sound weird, but I don't care. It feels comforting feeling like the strap around my wrist. Like, it feels nice. It reminds me that it's there, you know? And if anything, it's kind of nostalgic because, you know, wearing the wrist strap as a kid, because I actually like to play Wii Sports Baseball, and there would actually be a risk of throwing it at the TV screen. And I'm like, it's just fun. Pretty sure that says a lot about your personality. What does? What about a strap? Raised eyebrow emoji, implying that there's something weird about the word strap, and it's not just your sick, twisted head inserting, like, something weird about it, when most normal people, 99% of the people here, probably just thought strap. Like the thing that's keeping it suspended. to my wrist. I don't know. That's what I thought, personally. But, like, you know, you go ahead and raise your little eyebrow, I suppose. Having the Wii wrist strap on at all times, even for non-existent, even for non-movement games. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really know what it says about me, but I guess, like, I told you what it would, why. It's just like, I don't know. I just like it. It speaks to my personality, but I think in, like, mostly positive ways. Like, I'm the guy that even if you're going on, like, a short drive, and you're going from, like, one side of a parking lot to another, your speed will not exceed, like, 15 miles an hour. I will still wear my seatbelt, you know? And I'm like, yeah, you never know what, like, psychopath's gonna come rolling through here in their Nissan 240SX, drifting straight into us, and, like, I don't know. You never know. There's still dangers present. And last thing I want is to die because I took for granted the seatbelt, even on, like, a short little jaunt from one end of a parking lot to another. You like things controlled, I assume. Alright, now I think you're digging into it too much, but maybe you're right. Like, I don't care if you're going on, like, I don't care if you're going 80 miles an hour on the highway, or if you're literally going to, like, you're pulling out of your parking space to, like, adjust the position of your car. You're wearing your seatbelt. Because A, it's the right thing to do. And B, cars these days be fucking hollering at you if you do not wear your seatbelt at all times. So, like, honestly, you're just cutting down the annoyance factor. Like, you're right, it feels wrong, right? It feels wrong. Like, somebody said, I genuinely feel so uncomfortable if I'm in a car without the seatbelt on. Right, it feels wrong. Like, if I'm not, like, secured in some manner, I feel like I'm, like, loosey-goosey. I feel like one of those guys outside the car dealership that's going, like, whoa, with the wavy arms. You're, like, talking about the inflatable guy? No, it's actually, like, real guys that I see all the time doing that. Not those, like, wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men. No, I'm talking about, like, the actual, like, the guy. You know, you got, like, the real car dealership guys. And they, like, do that, right? No? I'm talking about those guys. No, I feel like loosey-goosey up in that thing. I don't know, man. I want to feel tight and secured. Snug as a bug. In a rug. And yeah, like, your car is, like, starts hollering at you. Dude, like, cars these days fucking holler at you if you're, like, 2 feet from the white line on the highway. Kind of crazy, but, man, I get the reason, you know. Yeah, they just put the guy on the roof, and he just starts doing that. And he's like, buy a Toyota, please. And you're like, oh, that's all, man, nice. I like that guy. And he just does that all day, and he gets paid, like, 7 figures a year. People go to college to be that guy. Driving instructors for teenagers have a terrifying job. They thank whoever is above for seatbelts every day. Can I be honest with you, though? I think you're safer in a car with, like, a 16-year-old who's just learning how to drive. Which, by the way, the instructor has, like, pedals, right? They have pedals and can, like, also... They can influence the situation. Their life is not entirely in the hands of a 16-year-old. But I think that a 16-year-old, even if that wasn't the case... A 16-year-old driving a car for their instruction test is going to be safer than probably a lot of people behind the wheel. Because there is, like, you have, there's an interest in safety that you have as that 16-year-old, you know? Because that's the guy that's keeping you from getting your license, right? You gotta, like, drive safe. Who knows what that 16-year-old's gonna do once they actually got their license, but, like, that's not the instructor's concern. I don't know, man. I feel like even the most rambunctious of 16-year-olds can, like, lock in and drive safely for, like, a little bit, you know? It's just like once they get that license, that's when, you know. Then again, I'm still like, I think I still trust like a 16, 17-year-old more than I trust like a 96-year-old on the road, you know? So it's like, I don't know. Ideally, the sweet spot is like somebody who's like 40, who has been driving for like 20 years at least, and is old enough. However, their body has not begun like decroding, and their eyesight is, well, I don't know, who's to say about their eyesight, but whatever, like, they're not like some feeble old lady who has like glasses that are so thick that you have to measure them in centimeters. I trust that person more than I trust the 16-year-old, or on the opposite end of the spectrum, the like 80-year-old. The 40-year-old driver, not to be confused with the 40-year-old virgin, is gotta be the most trusted driver out there. Not always the case, but like, you know, I think if you put all the like ages and data together, I think that's probably what would come out as the safest. I need to get tissue. By golly, do I have issues today. Probably no age-related eye deterioration. Probably. I don't know. I got fucking, what's it called when your eyes are like ice cream cones? What's that called? It's called, fucking... What is it? Where your, like, eyes are misshapen. Astigmatism, yeah. I don't know. I got pretty bad astigmatism, so... I don't know if I can be throwing rocks in my, like, not even glass house, my, like, fucking air house. I don't know if I can be throwing rocks, man. Hi, do you have a fin? Nope. Just a big bastard is all you are. Myopia. Not quite. No, I got, like, horrible astigmatism. Yeah, you'd be driving at night, and, like, all the lights look like the fucking stars on the Steelers logo. Yeah, dude, that's awful. I don't even get that bad, but, like, yeah. My glasses are Coke bottle thick at this point. Sorry, you're gonna see a very cursed Dagnel without his glasses here, because I'm gonna remove them and... See, mine... They're fairly thick. Are they dirty? Like, if I hold them up to the camera, are you gonna make fun of me? Oh, no. Let me, like... They're pretty clean. They're not bad. Don't make fun of me, alright? Just promise. They're not that bad. As far as how thick they are. I don't even know if you can see it, because I don't know if the camera's focused, because I can't fucking see anything. But anyway, you might have got the idea. They're not bad. They used to be thicker, weirdly, but I think they used a different kind of lens material to, like, make them thinner. Last time I got these. Ah! I know, I'm sorry. It's, like, really fucked up. See me without glasses. It's like being bald. Like, God, if I was bald and didn't have glasses, I don't think any of you would recognize me. You'd be like, that's, I don't know. That's like Brad from across the street or something. If somebody asked you who that was. Those are massive. They're not that bad. They're not that bad. That's David. Don't even. No, man. No. My prescription's like, I have it downstairs. I'm not going to go get it. I think it's like minus 5.25, minus 5.75. It's fucking bad. I bet you if I went again as well, because that was like over a year ago. I bet you if I went again, I'm probably in the fucking 6s now. Oh, man. Because that's what's scary is like my eyesight, it's getting worse still. It hasn't like bottomed out yet. I'm like, when the fuck am I done? I'm done with like puberty. I'm done with all the like growing. Well, I guess, like, it kind of makes sense, though, because after you're done growing, that's when you start, like, shrinking, right? That's when you start, like, decaying. After the growing phase, it's the decaying phase, right? Like, you start to get osteoporosis when you get older. Your body starts to break down. You die. So I'm kind of like, man, when does it, like, stop? But I think the answer is never, right? And I'm like... So at this rate, alright, so I'm like a minus, I'm gonna say, like, worst case scenario, I'm like a minus 6 in each eye, alright? And they only go up to 20, right? It only goes up, like, if you're minus 20, that's blind, right? I think that's how it works. So I'm like, okay. I'm like a third of the way through my life, I think. I'm like a third of the way through my life. Which means that by the time I'm dying, I'm going to be at like minus 18. If like the trajectory is to be believed. I don't know, man. I don't think I can do that. At 20, they hand you a microscope. I don't know, man. I don't think that's how it works, but is that how it works? Don't tell me that's how it works, right? I don't want to be like 70 and like minus 15. That'd be horrible. Does it go down a lot every time? Not really. Like, you know, bits and pieces. Like, it'll go from like minus 5.15 to like minus 5 point, I don't know, 5. That sounds like a lot, but like, I'll usually go for once every couple of years, you know? Like, I've had these glasses for over a year now, or at least with this prescription. I think it's been about a year, and they still are fine. Like, I can still look out and I can see just fine. Even, like, decently long distances. But if they were, like, bad, I'd be like, yeah, dude, maybe I got something, like, even worse than just, like, bad vision. Now, and I don't want LASIK either, man. I heard horror stories about LASIK, man. I heard horror stories, which, you know, you hear horror stories about a lot of shit, like airplanes crashing, but it's like, fine. You're probably fine.
Money, money, money.
My vision is bad, but I have more other things making it worse, like double vision and in both near and far-sighted in different eyes plus small.
Thanks for the $5, Amexian. Yeah, dude, it's bad out here. I'm nearsighted in different eyes. Wait, you're farsighted. Farsightedness has me fucked up. Okay, anyone out there nearsighted? And the idea of somebody being farsighted just blows your mind. That somebody can see something like a long distance away just fine, but they can't see something that's like right in front of them. Because if I put my hand right in front of me like this, I can see my hand perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with this at all. I can see every little detail of my hand. And the idea that somebody would struggle seeing their hand that's right in front of them, but could see, like, if I look out my window, like a tree that's 100 yards away, you would see that just fine. Like, that blows my mind. In my head, I'm like, what the fuck do you even need glasses for, man? Farsightedness is crazy to me because I'm like, you can see just fine. I guess it's the matter of what distance in front of you can you start to not see things fine, right? I don't know. Like, the reason why I got glasses in the first place is because I couldn't see the whiteboard in 3rd grade.
Oh, Mr. Big Britches had a whiteboard. I had chalkboard. Ah, Mr. Big Britches had a chalkboard. I carved on stone.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know why that's even, like, making me mad. Like, I'm getting out ahead of the people who was like, oh, wow, look at this guy who had a whiteboard. I don't even know why I'm like trying to get out ahead of the comments ahead of time. But honestly, I don't think anyone was thinking about that. Anyway, that's the reason why I even got glasses in the first place. Is because, yeah, the webcam's back, so you can see me picking my nose now. But, like, legit, my nose is fucking itching up a storm. I'm gonna put some fucking shit on it. It's just itching. I got glasses because I couldn't see the whiteboard in 3rd grade. And my teacher was like, okay. They kept moving me, like, rows forward to get me to see it better. And eventually, they, like, were like, okay, dude, I can't... You're in, like, the front row now, alright? And you still can't see it. You need to get glasses. And so I'm like, okay, fine. And so I told my parents. And I got glasses. But far-sighted people would have been just fine in that situation. Probably would have raised no concern whatsoever. Because they would have been able to see the board just fine. Maybe like an assignment in front of them on their desk they would have struggled with. But then you just go like... Where you hold it like really far out in front of you and you go like... And then you're fine. Because apparently that's easier. That's crazy to me. Man, I never had no smart boards, man. That was well after my schooling days. Smart boards are like... Is that all people got now anymore? Y'all don't got like a whiteboard? Surely you got whiteboards, man. Did you guys have projectors? Like, and I'm not talking about like the ones that you... I'm talking about like the ones where you had to have the clear, transparent sheets on them and then you drew on them in like dry erase marker. You guys had those, right? They phased those out like in the middle of my schooling life. Before they just went to like overhead projectors. Well, no, those were the overhead projectors. It was the like regular projectors that they would just like, yeah. Eventually they started using those instead. And like when they turned out the lights to use the projector, you could see like all the dust like in front of the projector as well, because it would all get like highlighted. Ah, that was fun. That was fun. Last time I used those was like 3rd grade. I think the last time I remember like those projectors was like middle school or something like that. Yeah. I don't know. Those light box projectors or the Elmo? Holy shit, the Elmo. That's what the fuck they were called. Oh my god. The Elmo. Wow, dude. Isn't it incredible how much your brain actually remembers? You just need some like... You just need some, like, stimuli to pull out, like, a very specific memory. Those were fucking called Elmos, weren't they? They were the fucking Elmos. That's crazy. Like, that, obviously that was in my brain somewhere, but I never, like, I must have not thought about that in, like, God, like, 15 years or something like that. The fucking Elmos. And the noise they made. I remember the noise, but like, damn, yeah, those were fucking called the Elmos, weren't they? That's crazy. Wow. Nice. I wonder, it just makes you wonder how many of those like little memories are there that you just need something to come along or someone to come along and say something that activates it, right? Isn't that fun? We're learning about memory cues in psychology. That's crazy, man. Makes you wonder how many of those little things you got up in there. Like, sometimes, like, a scent will remind me of some, like... I don't know, some, like, nostalgic smell that I haven't thought about in years, you know? Isn't that fun? That's fun. That's fun. I like that. That's fun. Today's generation will never know how to use a fax machine. That's so funny. I need to fax something. And I don't know what the fuck to do. I think I am going to go to, like, Staples or something like that. I'm going to go to Staples and ask them to fax something like it's 1999. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. That's funny you mentioned that. Can a library fax it? Yeah, but I think a Staples is closer. It's sad. I live in one of those cities, towns, really, where it has, like, one big road with all the, like, shops and commerce, and that's like the road in the town. And I think that and I actually know for a fact that I'm closer to the Staples because the Staples is on that road. And I have so I know where the Staples is, and I don't know where the fuck the library is. Those are the best towns. No, I think you guys are thinking like, oh, it's a nice little like old-timey village where, like, you have a main street that runs through, and all the local businesses and shops are on the main street, and it's like a big it's all big box stores. It's like Walmart, it's Target, it's Best Buy, it's Staples, it's Chipotle, it's TGI Fridays, it's that. That's the main road, and it's all cars, and you need a car to access any of those. That's what I'm talking. You're thinking like a cute little quaint main street. No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Rural towns always has that one road. Yes, man. It doesn't even have to be rural. Every town I've lived in has had one of those. I think even big cities have them. Just in like the outskirts a little. It's not some cutesy main street sort of situation. No, it's like where you open your window on a hot summer day driving down that road and all you can smell is like emissions. Until you pass by the TGI Fridays, and then you can smell like barbecue sauce. But, you know, that's it. She facts on my machine till I... Dial-up noise. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. My, millennial... See, I'm not even millennial, but, like, if I say Gen Z, people just assume Gen Z are, like, 8 years old. I don't know. My millennial shit is... My millennial memory is me changing the number that the dial-up dials up to my home phone number, and then getting scared when I tried to connect to it, and my phone started ringing. Yeah, people are like Gen Z. Gen Z, Gen Z. Bro, like, Gen Z is like 28 now. I think I'm like oldest Gen Z, and I'm 29. I remember dial-up internet, dude. Gen Z will never appreciate this. And it's literally a picture of fucking Blockbuster. And I'm like, what the fuck do you think we are? Why don't you just say, like, normal people would say, and say, like, 2010s kids. It used to be like, you say, like, 2010s kids don't remember this, and it's a picture of Blockbuster. And it's like, okay, that makes sense, because, yeah. Even if someone was born in, like, 2011, I really don't think you remember Blockbuster very much. But if you said, like, 90s kids will never remember this, and it's a picture of Blockbuster, obviously that makes no sense. Even though a kid born in Gen Z is born in, like, the late 90s. Which I think makes you more of a 2000s kid, but still, but whatever. Dagnel, you're wasting the prime of your life on a silly animal game. Yeah, dude, I'm making a good living playing video games for a living. It's horrible, please. And what are you doing? Homework? I miss Blockbuster. Yeah, I do too, but like, I don't know. Being able to just like watch a movie and not have to go anywhere is also pretty cool. But yeah, no, I do. I'm not gonna say I don't miss it too. Yeah, no, I do. It's 3:02 p.m., man. I didn't realize I streamed during school. Or like, well, I must have realized it, but like, yeah. I miss owning movies. Okay, we'll go out and buy a movie then. This is the shit that I don't understand. People being like, I miss owning... Okay, go buy a movie then. You can still do that. And also in the context of what we were talking about with like Blockbuster and shit. You didn't own the movies that you got from Blockbuster. I think you could buy them if you wanted to, but like... I think most people just rented them, and I think renting them is inherently not buying them. So like, what, I don't know. I don't know what you're getting at. I understand what you're... I think like what you're trying to get at. With like, yeah, I don't like how games are all digital anymore. Movies and whatever media is all digital anymore. And it doesn't feel tangible, and I don't own it. Like, it doesn't feel like... No, I get it. Like, I agree physical media is superior. Move! I agree physical media is superior, but like... It's also not like it doesn't exist anymore. Especially with movies. Like, you can just buy it. You can go out and get it. Thanks Ace Murphy for the Prime. That alert play, and I just didn't hear it from being dense. Thanks for the Prime. I appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes and your ad-free viewing. Thank you. Streaming's great for convenience, but it was with the experience of going there and renting. So I agree, I understand. No, I agree. My dad would take me and my sister out every Friday, and we would rent a movie from either Blockbuster or Family Video. And he would show us... Really, it was just an excuse for him to show us all of his favorite movies from, like, the 80s and 90s. Which, you know, that...